Kuzampula, Namaste, good morning to all respected online viewers. Long live their majesties, long live our leaders, and long live our friendship. Welcome to this online Ayurveda and Yoga workshops. Embassy of India, Thimpu, ICCR's Nehru Wangchuk Culture Center, Yoga teacher KBSSN Murthy here. My prayers to the Almighty to see all the best things to their majesties and the whole Bhutan. So coming recitation also from the Hatha Yoga Pradipka, very important sacred text. It is saying the importance of the mitahar. Mitahar means limited food, especially in regarding yoga practices or spiritual practices or meditations, or plus if you want general health also, the limitation of food is very important. So in this context, so it is saying that susnigdha maduraharaha chaturdhamsa vivarjitaha bhujyate siva samprityai mitaharasya uchyate. Like it is saying that madura haraha means either madura not applicable towards the sugar, but it is applicable for the fresh and pleasant and limited diet. Fresh, pleasant and limited diets which will be more tasty. It will add good positive changes in the health. It will be suitable to one's constitution also, body constitution also. But please remember, like whenever you are taking the food, it should not go for overloaded the belly. So always take 50% food only, remaining 50% just leave. Remaining 25% for water and still remaining 25% for like 8. It's accumulation of the 8. So if you really follow this method, half of the belly should be filled by the food, remaining half of the belly should be empty. So no one will get disease or no one will get obesity related issues also. And coming to actually our general protocols, it is saying that physical distancing and wearing properly masks and ear caps, and do not touch surfaces, and as well as hand sanitation, like hand hygiene. Please carry your hand sanitizers always with you. So first thing is prefer to wash your hands with soap water. But second priority, when we have no soaps at times, so you can use hand sanitizers. And also please use throat gargling techniques, estimadu powder or triphala churn, adding in the hot water, wearable hot water to clean the throat. And coming to next one is respiratory hygiene inside the nostrils. Please try to use this kind of techniques called Anutaila and Shadbindu Taila. These two are Ayurvedic oils, like morning ones and evening ones. If you really installing inside the nostrils, it will give good balance. Like it will prevent many other disorders like phlegm related issues also. And coming to everyday exercise, morning half an hour, evening half an hour exercise is recommended. Plain walking alone will not helpful. Including walking, please try to add some other good exercises, back bends, side turns, forward bends, as well as inversions and the remaining things. And coming to A vitamin and C vitamin and zinc based diets, very important in these days. It will be available freshly in the local fresh green vegetables and fruits, local fruits, and also available in milk products and mushrooms. And next one is clove therapy, clove powder and honey, also very good applications, morning once and evening once with the hot milk or hot water. Like it will protect us to fight against the many kind of phlegm related issues. And also in everyone's home we have kitchen ingredients, Ayurvedic ingredients called turmeric, garlic, ginger, ajwain seeds, cumin, cinnamon, ilachi and rock salt, coriander powder, as well as jaggery, honey. These are very simple and effective home remedies to boost up the immunity as well as to create a hunger properly. Traditional items like shilajit and cordyceps also very important. Every day you can use these items after taking advice from your physician. And we have two important tonics called golden milk and kadachai preparation. So please try to have them in a day. One like morning kadachai, evening golden milk, or you can choose any of your comfortable times. But please remember, when you have milk items, so at least give 1 hour time to take any kind of fruit diets, especially citrus diets. And coming to Chyawanprash, also available in the market. That's also very good to improve the immunity or to boost up the immunity or to create hunger or to balance the intestinal issues. Like in this week, as we know that we are seeing very simple applications, home Ayurvedic remedies for the obesity. So like obesity is not a disease or not a disorder, but it may invite to many diseases and disorders. But please remember, as long as you are totally alright, you are totally healthy with the obesity or with the overweight, then no worries at all. But when you have worry about the overweight, when you have worry about the obesity, to cut the fat inside, in that case only you can use these simple techniques. Please remember, always try to be very happy and very energetic. While especially adding foods in the diet, please care that like reduce your carbohydrates and reduce your bakery items and reduce your sugar levels also, the sugar items also. You can take good amount of fats and good amount of proteins, as well as good amount of vegetables and minerals, but liquids also very important. Today's we have very simple and very effective home remedies. So Jujubas jujuba, it is a Indian plum tree or red dates. So it is also available in the, like it's a wild plant. So take that bark or take that leaves and try to mix it properly, grind it properly and make powder. And you can add honey and hot water every day morning, one syrup 20 ml to 30 ml, morning once and afternoon once and evening once, just before to your foods you can take this one. Somewhat it will cut your hunger level so that you cannot have more food also. Very simple and very good home remedy. So second remedy is Indian quinoa tree. Indian quinoa tree or Vijayasara tree. It's also wild tree available in the forest. But when you know well about these trees, so take that bark or take that leaves. Again the same preparation. So take that bark powder or leaf powder and add honey or jaggery and mix with the hot water. So do not add milk in this kind of preparations. Hot water will be very good. So before adding your foods, so you can have this one with an empty stomach. Very simple and effective home remedies. So next one is sesame oil or coconut oil. Sesame oil or coconut oil early in the morning with an empty stomach. Try to take this one. Like somewhat, if once you will provide good amount of fats to your body, obviously your hunger level will be down and obviously your craving levels also down. So you cannot take more food also, especially when coming to the diet perspectives, diet combinations. You can take good amount of proteins, you can take limited fats, but try to cut the carbohydrates. The total logic behind this practices is, if you really give proper way of proteins and proper way of fats, you will not grow more, and as well as your hunger levels and craving levels will be less. And today we have wonder preparation, as we have like everyone's home, we have the simple preparation: ginger powder, dry ginger powder or plain ginger paste. You can take the drops of that ginger and honey plus lemon. So here you can add these practices early in the morning, empty stomach, and the same preparation 20 to 30 ml preparation with adding of 100 ml of water before breakfast and before your lunchtime and before your dinner. This also very wonderful preparations, but please remember, based on your desired strength, based on your motivation and inspiration, so these practices will work. Because if you will take serious decision on the obesity management or the weight reduction, then only we have many good practices, applications in Ayurveda and yoga. Every one application has its own goodness, in bringing positive changes in the body. But please remember, your stress levels and your sleep quality and your lifestyle changes and lifestyle managements, all these are working factors on the obesity as well as on the mental strength also. So tomorrow when we are here meeting here the same place, same topic with the same region, we will see still more good applications in Ayurveda. Let's join to the yoga class now. And sun salutation is our regular practices, so we are not changing sun salutations towards any other variations. We are doing very plain sun salutations because it also it has also very good practices. It's a composition of 12 different postures. But the people, how we are doing also very important. How many repetitions we are doing, how many times in a day we are doing, that's also important in managing many issues in the body. So it can be a good answer for the lower back pains, it can be a good answer for the obesity, it can be a good answer for flexibility, it can be a good answer for the constipation, and it can be a good answer for even digestion also. But okay, now coming to the practices, so we have mantra chanting and sloka chanting and Bijakshara also. when you have your traditional belief to chant all those things, you can chant or just see the practices and you can just copy these practices. Take a deep, long, slow inhalation and lift your both the arms, Hasta Uttanasana above to the head called Pranamasana, Kailasha Mudra. Then very slowly bring them down at your chest called Anahata Pranamasana. Take a long, slow, deep inhalation, exhalation. ॐ हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्यापि हितं मुखं तत्त्वं पूषन् अपावृणु सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये ॐ ह्रां ह्रीं ह्रूं ह्रैं ह्रौं रः मित्ररविसूर्यभानुकगपूष्ण हिरण्यगर्भमरीच आदित्य सवित्र अर्कभास्कराय नमः. Stretch the arms completely forward. From there, lift your both the arms up. Once pull yourself up. Slightly put a back bend called Ardha Chandrasana or Ardha Chakrasana. Then slowly keep the body straight. Then when you have lower back issues or neck issues or ear problems or facial issues or heart ailments or blood pressure issues, don't do the forward bends, or you can choose easiest way of doing, coming to Pada Hastasana, standing forward bending. And right leg is your back leg called Asva Sanchalanasana, horse riding posture. Push your body forward and down, lift your chin up throughout the practice. Press your abdomen, but when you have knee issues or ankle issues or any other issues related to hip girdle or pelvic structure, so take care while doing this kind of postures. Then back leg straight on the toes and back leg knee up against the gravity. Slowly join your forward leg to back leg called Dandasana or Santulanasana, plank posture. Stay for a while here. Right, completely stick the body towards the floor called Ashtanga Namaskarasana, or you can do Sastanga Namaskarasana also. And push your body forward like a sea wave. Lift the body and put this posture called lifted head cobra posture. But throughout the practice, do not hang the body. Push up and stay now. Few seconds, lift your chin. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Come back. And back leg straight on the toes. Again coming to one way, it is a forward bending posture. So take care while doing this kind of postures when you have any facial related issues. And now push your body completely inside called Parvatasana or mountain triangle posture. And right leg again should be your forward leg called Asva Sanchalanasana, horse riding posture. And back leg straight on the toes and lift your knee up against the gravity. Join your back leg to forward leg called Pada Hastasana. Once completely push your body down and lift your the arms and the body up. Hasta Uttanasana or Sarir Uttanasana. Once pull up and slightly keep a back bend called Ardha Chandrasana or Ardha Chakrasana. Then slowly keep your body straight. Pranamasana above to the head and very slowly keep your Pranamasana down at your chest region called Anahata Pranamasana. And take a long, slow, deep inhalation, exhalation. Then after that, still inhalation, lift the arms. And while exhalation, wide the arms. Then very slowly keep them down and resting, complete relaxation enough. Then few seconds, rest your legs and rest your hands. So before, like in between the posture to posture or in between your practice to practice, it is advised to give proper way of relaxation. So when you want your head rotation, you can do head cycles also. When your body required any stretch or bend between the posture to posture, immediately do that. That's what we call post stretches. That's very important in managing the cramps or in managing some many other issues in the body. Alright, take a long, slow inhalation and exhalation. Today also we have a few yoga postures. So one is standing side pigeon posture. Like it will be a balancing as well as somewhat it will not come as a like a primary postures. It will be a medium or advanced postures. When you have any issues with the knee or thigh, take care while doing, or when you have any balancing issues, you can choose wall support. Alright, here take care while doing this one. Take a long slow inhalation, fold right leg back, then try to catch your right toes with the right hand and few seconds stay in the balancing, check your balancing. Then after that, once you reach good elevated point, try to lift your toes up and put your toes at your elbow region. And now try to lift your alternate arm up. Few seconds, stay in this posture now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then very slowly come back. And now hold the leg. Then very slowly turn them back and down. Few seconds, resting and relaxations. Take again long, slow and deep inhalations and exhalations. And more long, slow, deep inhalations and exhalations. Now coming to alternate side, first check your convenience and check your balance. Alright, so when you have any issues, so from the beginning you can use kneecaps, like it will protect from the shocks because of practices. And alternate leg fold. Then here also once catch your toe and few seconds check your breath, check your concentration levels. Then after that, lift your leg further up, try to increase your arm up and try to keep your forearms straight to keep your toes at the elbow point. Lift your alternate arm up and try to give a maximum stretch and stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then very slowly come back, relaxations, then enough, strides. Long, slow inhalation and exhalation. So it will improve the quality of your balance as well as it may improve the fat reduction also around your hip region. Alright, one long inhalation and exhalation. So our next posture is called Vatayanasan or flying horse posture. So it is also medium posture, not primary posture. As well as it cannot be a advanced posture also, but the way how we are doing also important. So take care if you have knee issues. You can choose wall support. Fold your right leg at your abdominal region called half lotus angle. Half lotus angle. Alright. So here it is itself called Vatayanasan, but we have other variation also. But few seconds, lift your both the arms up and few seconds stay now. Throughout the practice, press your knee towards the gravity and stay now. And here in the same posture, when you have more flexibility and more confident, so try to keep your leg on the floor and stay for a while. So here also you can lift your arms up and stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then very slowly wide your both the arms and relaxation. Then with the arms support, lift the body. Then here further, then slowly relax your leg. Few seconds, rest your legs. So for this, you can do post stretches by keeping your legs fold, or you can do any alternative practices also, what we call transit spirit postures or interlude exercises. Right. Again, long inhalation, exhalation. And same thing, opposite side, fold your left leg, then try to completely press it towards the abdomen, towards the gravity, push your knee and stay for a while. And throughout the practice, you can catch your toe with your alternate hand, lift your remaining arm. If you have more balance, and you can lift your both the hands and stay for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then slowly wide your arms, but based on your flexibility and interest and based on your previous experiences, then you can put your knee on the floor. Alright, few seconds stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1. Then very slowly wide your both the arms. Then here also you can slightly keep that leg out. Then directly you can go to Vajrasana or any interlude exercise or any transit postures. Few seconds relax in this Vajrasana. Then here slowly wide your legs, stretch your legs and fold your legs towards your knee turns, right side once, left side once. Just go for more relaxation at the hip level, at the leg level, then relaxations, Stretch your both the legs forward and take a long slow inhalation, exhalation. Now our next exercise is called Merudandasana, Parshva Merudandasana for single leg and double also. Alright, keep your body straight. Then here, like fold your right leg. Then towards the right side, wide that leg and stay for a while. Adjust your leg Observe the quality of stretching and few seconds stay now. 1. You can choose support with the alternate arm. 2. To lift that leg up. 3, 4 and 5. Then relaxations. Enough. Come back. And few seconds relaxation in butterfly practices or in any other interlude exercises. Then open your legs forward. So next, the same practice for the leg opposite side stretch. Fold your left leg. From inside, hold your ankle. Alternate arm, take support from the floor. Then open that leg and stay now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That's enough. Come back. So this will be prepositions for the actually posture. So our next exercise will be our Merudandasana. It's a kind of aerial leg stretching. Take care while balancing the legs. So here, open your right leg forward, then wide, then come back. Then open your 2 legs at a time, stretch and at a time wide and stay for a while. Then here, you can choose good support now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and then here very slowly keep your legs inside. Then soon after that you can choose butterfly movement, and this is very easy, or still more easy you can do this in knee turns also for better resting towards your thighs and hip region. Alright, then now stretch your legs forward and long, slow and deep inhalations and exhalations. So our last exercise will be more easiest practices called Vajrasana. So only Vajrasana can be only one posture. Immediately after eating food, you can perform this exercise. Yoga posture for better digestion as well as calming the mind also. Very simple exercise, but when you have knee issues, avoid this practice. Towards your left side, tilt your body, fold your leg under the hips and try to sit on the leg. So what we call Ekapada Vajrasana. And alternate arm sides, turn and choose second leg also, fold to sit on your calf region and few seconds stay here. And this can be our pride posture, this can be our meditative posture, and many of the people can use this posture for even eating habits also. So just before your food session, you can choose this posture also. But please remember, this posture is very good posture in activating Vajra Nadi, an invisible pranic pravaha channel. So which can be actually responsible to shift one energy to other energy, or material energy to spiritual energy. So a few seconds stay now. And concentration at your eyebrow center. Alright, then slowly leave the arms. And this time slowly leave your one leg out. And after that, second leg out. Then soon after this exercise also, you can choose butterfly movement or knee turns to give more relaxation at your leg level. Alright, come straight. So as we mentioned that this Vajrasana can be performed for pranayamas also, for meditations also. So today I would like to choose this posture only for pranayama. Alright, take a long, slow, deep inhalation and exhalation. Before adding pranayamas to our schedule, after once you finish your practices, physical practices, it's also advised to give small time gap to rectify yourself or to repair your breath, or this can be called as a recovery time also. So before pranayam, it is also advised to take small amounts of water for drinking, especially mantra sadhan, mantra chanting, it's so useful. Okay, take a long, slow, deep inhalation, exhalation, keep the position straight, chin straight and head straight. And coming to sloka and mantra and bijakshara, when you have your traditional belief, you can follow this one. Om Kesavaya Swaha, Om Madhavaya Swaha, Om Narayanaya Swaha, Om Adya Samadhi Tatpala Siddhyardham Asana Purvakan Pranayamadiyam Karishye. Om Sandhi Sandhi Sandhi. Then very slowly keep your hands down. In other words, it has mentioned that practices for yoga or pranayam or meditation or remaining exercises called mudra and bandha, and these yoga exercises not only meant for physical fitness or not only meant for material wealth. So it has another journey called spiritual upliftment. So one should be care about the physical health through yoga exercises, mental health through pranayam and meditations. Okay, today also we have the two exercises called, one is Kapala Bhati, second one is Brahmari Pranayam. Kapala Bhati also we have that important sacred text called Hatayo Pradeepa. It has mentioned that Basrava Loha Karasya Racha Purav Sasam Brahmau Kapala Bhatir Vikyata Kapadosha Visoshini. It has clearly mentioned that it has direct, Kapalabhati has direct influence on the slum level disorders. The people, how we are doing also very important, this Kapalabhati technique. We have many variations, but especially if you have high blood pressure or heart ailments or heart palpitation or any other issues inside the head or ear, so do not immediately take these practices. It requires some of the other three exercises. And as well as Brahmari exercise also, it is saying that Brahmari Pranayam Vagat Gosham Purakam Brunganadam Brunginadam Rachanam Mandam Yogindranam Evam Abhyasa Yoga Chitte Jataka Chidananda Leela. So here in this same pranayam we have actually two sub practices, two sub breathing exercises. One is inhalation sound and one is exhalation sound. Voluntarily we have to make the sound while exhalation, and voluntarily we have to make the sound while inhalation also. It's not the breath sound, it is our that sound should be come from the throat level vibrations called makara sadhan. But because of our online participants, I'm not creating that second sound. We are creating only simple, very easiest pranayam called female B sound only. But here, keep your body straight, take a long, slow inhalation and exhalation. Then here, Kapalabhati sadhan. Kapalabhati practice is a sharp exhalation, slow inhalation, 10 plus 10 plus 10 I'm doing. Then starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then long slow inhalation and exhalation. Then same thing here, again second spell starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then again long slow deep inhalation exhalation. Third last spell, the same Kapalabhati here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last counts 10, again deep slow inhalation, then very slowly deep breathe out. After Kriya Abhyas, Kapalabhati is a Kriya frontal brain cleaning technique, a simple and effective remedy to get rid of sinus and to get rid of migraine issues or eosinophilia issues or any other issues related to the phlegm, especially in the facial and head region and throat region. But coming to the pranayam, Brahmari pranayam, as we mentioned that actually we are making sound in the exhalation, makar sound in the exhalation. When you have ear problems or any other mental disturbances, so that mental if that mental disturbances because of heredity or because of overloaded stress or overloaded depression, so do not attempt this Brahmari pranayam without taking advice from your yoga teacher. Alright, coming to practices Brahmari, first close your ears, any of the fingers, and try to take long inhalation and make that makar sound while breathe out. and slowly long breathe in. Third inhalation, long breathe in. Fourth inhalation. Last inhalation. Then after that, slowly move the arms down. So Brahmari practices are very good practices. Like just before your meditations also, you can opt these practices. But once you finish your practices, pranayam and remaining practices, you can choose dharana exercises or dharana practices or somewhat you can choose other trataka abhyasas, concentration practices also. But once you will finish your total yoga workout, you can choose some more time to give relaxation to the body through power nap and through yoga nidra. Like once you finish it totally that yoga workout, you can take 50 minutes time to take bath and further 5 minutes time to take breakfast. Especially in the afternoons, try to see all the possibilities to give how to take a power nap or yoga nidra to give more relaxation to the body and the mind. Once you finish in the evening works, before your dinner, you can choose some more time, 20 minutes to 30 minutes time to do these self yoga exercises including back bends and immediate postures as well as breathing exercises. And tomorrow when we are meeting here at the same place, same topic, we will see still more good applications in Ayurveda for the same obesity management, and in yoga also we will see still more good exercises for the leg stretchings. And thanking you all to give me this wonderful opportunity and stay away from the bad habits and do yoga also. Thank you all.